Welcome back to Fox 43 AM Live. Join us now is Jeremy Clark with Platinum Auto Plaza. Good morning.
Good morning.
Great to have you on the show this morning. Springtime, a lot of us are thinking about getting new cars.
Yeah.
This is where you guys step in. You know, what's the current car market looking like?
So right now, you know, interest rates are down, which is good. And that's been something that we've been really waiting for in the car business for a while. You know, a lot of people postpone purchasing anything until that interest rate comes down. So that's nice that that's happened. What we've noticed is people going on like Kelley Blue Book or checking their car, values have come down. So at first you're like, oh man, I don't want to go, you know, trade my car in. The value's a little less than it was, you know, 6 months ago. It's actually a really good thing. It's like real estate, right? So now it's a buyer's market. Okay. So what that means is that you're going to get a better deal on the vehicle that you're purchasing at the dealership or private party. So you might get a little less for yours, but you're definitely going to get a better deal on the other side of it when you're going in to purchase the vehicle. So there's a couple things you can do to try to protect yourself to make sure that you're getting the best deal. But do all your research. You know, there's so many free tools out there. Make sure that you're utilizing them. Okay. So so what's the best way to negotiate or buy a car from a dealer? Well, I don't know if I should say this. No. Please. Yeah. You're among friends. Yeah, exactly. I would say that number one, make sure that you call the dealership ahead of time or go on their website and kind of vet them out. You know, look at their reviews and do that stuff. I've been in the car business 20 years. It's not been all at Platinum Auto Plaza. I've aligned with them because they align with what I believe in. But what I can say is that most of the time, what you're told isn't what necessarily happens. So just like real estate, you can ask for things in writing. So call the dealership ahead of time. Say, hey, I want to go ahead and get it in writing before I come down. Then that way, when you're test driving the car, you already know kind of what you're doing and the parameters of it. Sometimes we get too excited and we're buying a car and then that kind of clouds making a conscious decision. So we want to make sure that we give you all the information up front. Any dealer will be more than happy to probably give you all that information up front. And if they're not, then make sure you ask for it, get it up front. You can get all the book values, the market data, all that from the dealership, so that way you can make sure the car you're buying, you're getting a great deal on. Make sure you get a Carfax, make sure you vet it out, and there's no surprises. Okay, great. Right, get it in writing. You mentioned earlier, kind of do your research. Any like websites or anything you would recommend that we can kind of look into? Car Gurus is probably the best for a purchaser to go on to see market value. You know, the hard part with like a KBB, it gives you good data, but it's one of those that it's kind of collecting data from you as well. So anytime you have to put more data in than you're going to get out of it, it probably isn't the best site to be on. But Car Gurus is probably the best as far as giving you some good values. They rate the car that you're purchasing, and then you can go on there and get values for your car as well. Anytime you're doing a value of your car, if you go to the dealership, almost every dealership has a website that can get a value. I'd get 2 or 3 people to give you a value on your car. You know, it's your car, so get as much as you possibly can for it. Okay. And you know, what's going on at Platinum Auto Plaza now? Well, right now we have the Shoot for Savings, which is an awesome event. It's a lot of fun, right? So in the car business, like we're talking about, all this stuff is one of those things that makes buying a car not fun. We want to have fun. We want to make it simple. We want to make it easy. So when you come down to Platinum Auto Plaza, not only right now, we're going to shoot for savings and have some fun and clap and do that. And you get $100 off for every shot you make. You get 5 shots, right? So it really is. I got to bring in a ringer then to make some shots. We did yesterday. We had a guy that brought his buddy in that could shoot. So, you know, that was good. But we want to give you the discount, right? So we set it up to where it's fun. It makes it enjoyable, but then when you're there, you're only there for an hour. So we're not going to put you in this big long ringer of going through the process. We really try to just make it as simple as possible. We collect the data, get you in, get you out, get you signed up, make sure you understand what you're buying, and then get you down the road. So it really is one of those things that buying a car does not have to be what we think it is, right? It can be very simple and easy. I love that. Yeah, I'm always daunted by the idea of buying a new car. I know it's in my future soon, so maybe I'll have to check out this Shoot for Savings deal going. How long is that going on for? So all through the tournament, right? Okay. So really it's gonna coincide with the March Madness tournament. So all through the tournament, come down, shoot for savings, and we always have stuff going on. So when you get there, always just check and see what's going on. You know, we're doing a lot of different fun stuff this summer. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Ooh, all right, I'm very excited to hear what you guys. I'll have to have you guys back on to tell more what's happening.
Absolutely.
But maybe before then, my wife's a decent shot. She played basketball in college, so we might have to get some savings coming up here soon.
Exactly.
Well, Jeremy, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And everyone, to learn more, head on over to PlatinumAutoPlaza.com.